create any list, you start on the home page and under the plus sign or the Create section, select List to create a list. Next, go ahead and name that list. And then select which type of list you'd like to create. In this case, we're going to go ahead and select a component list, which is also very similar to a managed list in how you set it up. I'm going to go ahead and click Save in the bottom right-hand corner. Next, I'm going to select what the criteria for my list is. So in this case, I'm going to look at selecting gender, which I know happens to be under the panelist criteria in the information area. Notice here you've got multiple groupings of different types of criteria that you can select. So panelist criteria, I'm going to select gender, and in this case I'm going to select female. Next, I'm going to pick a panelist attribute. So I'm going to go to under information area, I'm going to scroll down to panelist attributes. Next, under criteria, I'm going to select what type of attribute it is, and in this case I'm going to go with multi-attributes or coded. And then I select which attribute it is. So in this case I'm going to go ahead and select, say, pet. And I'm going to select is equal to, and let's say dog. I'm going to also come back here and say cat. Okay, first I'm going to select dog, and now I'm going to go to add condition, and I'm going to add so that I see I have 3 people who own a dog. Now I'm going to go to cat and select add condition, and I see I've got 1 person who owns a cat. So now if I wanted everybody who owned, say, a dog or a cat, I'm going to select these 2 criteria in particular, and I'm going to take everybody who owns either or both. Okay? Now if I want anybody, or let's say I want a female who owns a dog or cat or both, this time I'm going to select each one of these and I'm going to merge them together using the AND criteria. And you'll see there's only 1 person that is female that owns a cat or dog or both out of those total of 3 people. Okay? If I get to this point and I realize I've either merged or combined something incorrectly, or maybe it's not the criteria I really wanted, I can always back out of that criteria and pick something different. So if I come back here and say, you know, I really wanted people who have fish, I can put an AND condition in there, and we don't have anybody who has a fish. Or I can select up here and I can change this to, say, an existing list, and I can select from another previous list, maybe, let's say demo test list, that they are included in that list. I can add that condition and I can see that there's 3 people in that list. So if I wanted people who were in that list and female, I'm going to click the AND condition. I'm going to get rid of this pet equals fish because there's nobody in it. So I'm going to take that criteria out, and you can take any criteria out by clicking the X on the right hand side. Now I'm going to go back again and merge pet equals dog or pet equals cat, and I'm going to take anybody who has either one of those. And now I want anybody who is female or in this list, or and in this list, and has a dog or cat. And now I'm back to my 1 again. But that's the criteria that I want, so I'm going to go ahead and save that criteria, which is now going to bring me to the general home page for that list. And from there, I can see what other attributes may have if I want to break it out in the graph. I can send communications out through this page. I can see who's in this by viewing panelists. Or I can do some management here. I can import in additional panelists, I can truncate the list, and I can do several other things in this home page, which we'll discuss in another video or other documentation.